I did a video a while ago playing sim racing games over Steam VR wirelessly on the Oculus Quest. That was using a free program called ALVR, and I said at the time it worked pretty damn well. It was more than just playable, it was immersive and enjoyable, very serviceable. You may think that's a bit redundant now because the Oculus Link has come out, albeit in beta form, which, as I'm sure you know, allows you to wire with a USB 3 cable, wire your Quest to a PC to act more like a Rift. I've had issues with it, I've had some freezing, some crashing, and well, my cable isn't really long enough, it's a bit awkward. And you might have other reasons, your rig might be in a different room, for example. Now, what I'm going to do here is an update on sim racing wirelessly. The difference being I'm going to use Virtual Desktop 1.8, which came out a few weeks ago, and it's worth doing a video on because it's amazing. The performance jump and the ease of use is just huge. It's not free. Virtual Desktop is what, 10 to 15 quid on the Oculus store. You have to buy it and then you have to sideload it from SideQuest onto your Quest. I won't tell you how, I'm sure you know how, or there's a million videos on how to do that. But it's very easy to do. And to get up and running in VR is so quick. Also, I do have, I've got a Vive Pro, but that's set up for wireless in another room, hence using this at the moment in my rig. I also have an original Vive, but I prefer using this. It might be not as completely as smooth, but it's so much better graphically. And the performance jump, well, look, I'm just waffling on. Let's get into it. I'll show you how easy it is to get going. Okay, so you won't be able to see what I see in here in terms of Oculus Home and whatnot, but once Steam VR starts up, you'll obviously see the mirror of that. On the PC is the Virtual Desktop server running. Install it once, that's it. It starts with Windows. You never have to touch it, worry about it. It's just a little icon there in my taskbar. So you just install and forget about it. Right, okay. What's the best way I'm going to do this? So I just need, this is just the left controller for this, that's all I need, just one controller. Okay, so put the Oculus Quest on and I'm in my home environment here, and all I'm literally going to do is click Virtual Desktop. That's going to connect to my PC, and it already has. That's it. I'm seeing what you're seeing now. I'm seeing Content Manager in a massive screen in front of me. Obviously you can change the environment, but look, this is my mouse pointer. I can change what type of event I'm doing. Obviously you can change car, tracks. You never have to take this off. It's actually an advantage. Right, but I haven't got VR running, have I? So this is how easy this is. I just press this one Oculus button here and the menu slides out. Launch Steam VR. Launching. That's it. As you can see, I've just changed it on OBS. I'm already in VR. It's instant. Because it doesn't turn on lighthouses, obviously it's inside out tracking. Now I've got lighthouses connected, but it knows not to start them up or start up the Vive that I've got connected. Good stuff, man. OBS is a massive hit for me, I know this. I think I'm just outputting at 720p or whatever to try and be less of a hit. But I have to say, without OBS running, trust me when I say the performance is amazing. I run at 100% super sampling. In-game settings are really high, and it's awesome. This is going to take a hit, but there we go. So VR's loaded. I'm just going to press this button again, and switch to desktop. So I'm actually looking at Content Manager here, because I'm just going to click go. So the race is loading, and then back into VR. And there you go, you can see it's loading Assetto Corsa. This little nose gap here, what I thought was annoying, is quite useful. You don't really notice it in game at all. But I can actually look down and use the keyboard and whatnot. It's actually quite an advantage. You totally forget about it once you're in game. Another bonus is using the motion seat. When I did have a go at using the link, it didn't compensate for motion, but this does. You know, when you brake hard and you move towards the steering wheel, for example, it compensates and moves the cockpit away from you, so you don't feel like you're closing the gap, etc. And when you bank, it moves with you, so your head isn't out the window. Right, let's just get the steering wheel somewhere centered, somewhere around there. So it's not an exact one-to-one comparison of how it is usually, because as I said, OBS is running. It's a massive hit, but let's just get going. So graphics are quite high. I mean, I could have turned super sampling down to try and compensate for OBS. Right, so I'm not going to lie. With OBS running, this isn't really playable. This isn't. I wouldn't use it like this. This is pretty terrible. This is pretty terrible. So look, I'm just going to end that there. That's this. The actual demos are a little pointless. All you need to know is. I mean, that was all a bit pointless. It's running terrible with OBS running, but I know because I've been playing it, and I've been playing iRacing and Project Cars, that without OBS running, it is fantastic. And as I say, 100% with high graphics. I'm still using it over using the original Vive that I've got wired up in here. I prefer it. And it's not quite as smooth. It's like you get more reprojection, but I'd have to say it's 90% there. You know, and you saw how easy it is. Before I take this off, right? Say you've done your race or whatnot. I just grab the controller. Obviously, I can use my mouse to click exit. And obviously I go to Steam Home. But let me change the screen for you so you see that. I'd again just click that button, switch to desktop, and I'm controlling this, so I can change tracks again, do whatever, change game, whatever. You can jump in and out of VR, you never have to take this off. Right, I didn't really think that through. Yeah, the whole demo was a bit pointless. Look, at least I can keep this video short. You don't need to see me driving around. Virtual desktop, give it a go. It's not free, but obviously you've got 2 hours and you can get a refund within that time. I highly recommend it. Anything else I want to point out? Yeah, nothing really more to say on it. Give it a go. It's a much better experience than ALVR was before. If you've done that or you saw my last video on it, that was good. This is much better. So nothing more to be said. Alright, happy simming.